So, with Halloween upon us once again, it's time to talk scary. So I thought about talking about Psycho, and then I thought not. Just thinking about it made me tense. And then I thought about talking about Mario Bava, just to show off my cinematic chops. But then I thought, nah, these days everyone's a cinephile. Robert Wise's The Haunting, scary once you get into it, but it takes a while. Night of the Living Dead, I saw it one summer night in a drive-in in Ohio, but I missed the ending. The Exorcist, my friend Barry Kay took me to see it opening week, and we had a great time, but as he riffs much better than I ever could, he should talk about it. The Shining, I saw it opening week at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood, and the audience booed it. The feeling was that Kubrick had fallen in love with the Steadicam and that Nicholson had blown the arc of his character right in the beginning of the movie. But that's a Hollywood audience for you. Texas Chainsaw Elm Street Nightmare Dawn of 28 Days Later? Not my thing. Which brings us to monster movies. The Universal classics. The first three Frankenstein movies are great, but Dracula's a stiff. The first two Alien movies, I love them both, but no one heard me scream. So, it's time to talk about Godzilla. Is he really the king of monsters? Now, I'm not talking about the 2019 version, and I'm not even talking about the 1954 Japanese original version. No, my baby boomers, I'm talking about the 1956 version, the one with Raymond Burr, the one we all grew up with. But why talk about it at all? It's only a monster movie. Or is it? Don't worry, I'm not going to get into the whole not so subtle subtext about Hiroshima and the bomb. Even as kids, we got it. Because the big word in those movies, in fact, in the culture at large, was radiation, or its more frisky cousin, radioactive. Everyone knew what that meant as we all ducked and covered. Even adults who were used to King Kong and the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, two giants in the field, they stood back from the TV and went, whoa. Why? Because on some level, you suddenly realize this movie is really about the end of the world. Oh, sure, there had been end of the world movies before, but none of them can evoke the somber dreamscape this movie conjures up once this lumbering beast gets going. Much of that was due to the slow motion black and white cinematography used in parts of Godzilla's two raids on the city of Tokyo. Big American monster movies looked almost sanitary by comparison. King Kong was faster and more agile. Ray Harryhausen's Rhedosaurus was more nimble. He moved like a cat when cornered. But Godzilla walked with doom. When he came calling, it was all over. So in the end, is Godzilla really the king of monsters? No, we are. See you around the campus.